Hello everyone. In 1 minute we're going to start our first meditation online in Instagram. It's 1 o'clock now. Welcome to our online meeting. The practice here is very ancient, although to be live for me, it is not. It's something new. And to step on new path, we need to use courage, humility, and that I get from my team. This helped me to go along with technology and embracing whatever's new, what's coming to us. And what's new now is this. We are together, although people are all over the world here, we're still connected. And I'm very happy to be doing this practice with you here in Zoom. I have people in the room, so we can, after the practice, share our experiences. And whoever is on Instagram following me can just sit and relax. Find a very comfortable chair. Keep your feet on the ground. Do not lay down or we may fall asleep. This is a very ancient exercise. It's a practice that comes even before we think of meditating. And it's a practice that it doesn't need anyone to take you there. You can go by yourself because it's going to travel through your senses. And we have the senses with us wherever we go. We just forget about them. So the practice is very simple. It's suggested that you do it twice a day. Start with once a day, or once a week, or once a month. We are here every Thursday. If you feel lonely, you can still do it with us. So using your senses and take your awareness and your attention to the senses. You don't have to be connected with your feelings or your emotions or whatever is in your surrounding, disturbing you, worrying you. So it's a moment that you become an observer of yourself. So let's start in that position. Keep your feet apart, your hands relaxing in your laps. And if you prefer, you can close your eyes or keep it open. But although all your thoughts and observations and judgments and whatever comes to your mind, you just leave it there. Just leave your bag on the ground and take your attention just to the sense of touch. The touch of your feet on the ground. Feel the feet on earth. Where we are now. That's all we have here now. And this world and earth. In an upright position, feel your back being held on the chair or couch. Feel the touch of your hands on your laps. Feel the gentle play of air on your face and hands. If thoughts come, go back to touch. Now you may shift your attention to taste. Just taste whatever you decide to observe in your mouth. And if your eyes are closed, now you open slowly your eyes and take vision. Observe whatever you see in front of you. Colors, shapes, shadows, light. Without any comment, without any judgment or observations, just see. When you close your eyes, you shift your attention to smell. Inhale slowly and exhale. Feel all the aromas around you in your environment. Of your body, as if it is for the first time. Just smell. Now rest your attention to listening. Hear the sounds close to you, your heartbeat, my voice, without any judgment or interpretation, just listen. No movements. Just listen. If thoughts come, go back to listening. Listen to the sounds a little further. On the streets, in your neighborhood. Take all the sounds. Take them widely, further. Listen to the slightest, furthest sounds. Until sounds meet the end. That place where all the sounds began. When there's an absolute silence. Just listen to silence. Connected with the here and now, and this peace and this silence. We can finish the practice and still know where to find that peace that is inside of you, inside of us, anytime available. In continuing our meeting, I'm going to tell a story that I did not write. I wrote it, I read it, wrote it down. And every time I read it to myself or to, in these meetings, I see something new. I learn something new. And this story specifically was written by Bert Hellinger in a book called Insights, Lectures and Stories. And he says that happiness seems seductive and deceptive, attractive and dangerous. For often what we desire brings us disgrace, and what we fear makes us happy. Sometimes we prefer to cling to disgrace because it seems safer and greater, or because we consider it as innocence or as a merit, or because we see it as a pledge of future happiness. So perhaps we despise happiness as ordinary, or as transitory and brief, or we fear it as guilt and betrayal, as an affront, or as a prelude of disgrace. So the story he tells is called, he named it, 2 Types of Happiness. And it goes like this. In the past, when the gods still dwelt close to human beings, 2 singers named Orpheus lived in a small town. The first Orpheus was the renowned inventor of the guitar, the precursors of the guitar. He came before the guitar. When he touched the strings and sang, all nature was enchanted. Ferocious animals lay quietly at his feet, and the tall trees bowed to him. Nothing could resist his singing, and he was so great he asked for the hand in the marriage of the most beautiful woman. And then the decline began. While Orpheus was still celebrating his wedding, his beautiful Eurydice died, and the cup broke in the moment it was toasted. But for the great Orpheus, death was not yet the end. Using his exquisite art, he found the entrance of the underworld, descended to the realm of shadows, crossed the river of forgetfulness, passed through the hellhound, presented himself to the throne of the god of death, and touched him with his singing. Death released Eurydice, but on one condition. Orpheus was so happy that he did not notice the trick behind the favor. He returned the way back, hearing the step of the beloved woman behind him. They passed the hellhound unharmed, crossed the river of oblivion, started out in the direction of the light, and saw it in the distance. Then Orpheus heard a shout. Eurydice had stumbled. He turned in horror, saw the shadow disappear in the night, and he was alone. Out of his grief, he sang his farewell song. I lost it. All my happiness is gone. Still, himself escaped the realm of death and saw the light of day again. But he had lost all its flavor. When some drunken women wanted to take him to the new wine party, he refused. And crazy with revenge, they tore him to pieces. So great was his misfortune, and so useless was his talent. But everyone knows him. The other Orpheus was unknown. He was just a traveling musician who performed at small parties, played for humble people, rejoiced a little, and had fun with it. As he could not live by his art, he learned a common craft, married an ordinary woman, had common kids, eventually sinned. He was happy in a totally ordinary way, died old and satisfied with life. But no one knows him except me. So, I thank you for being here with me today. Every Thursday we meet at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Pacific Time for that practice of awareness exercise together, which we recommend to do it by yourself twice a day, once a week. And after this practice, I usually bring a story of different philosophers, especially Bert Hellinger, the founder of the family constellations. So I'll leave you now, the rest of your day. I hope you enjoy it. Goodbye.